What's up? This is Pop Culture Bro, the real day trader of Beverly Hills, or just presenting Brian coming to you. Any name. It's kind of like Game of Thrones. Any of those names for now. I'm going to narrow it down, I think, at some point. Coming to you from the Bro Pit after just having watched Framing Britney Spears, the New York Times Presents series. Episode 6 aired yesterday. Watched it last night. Finished it today. I should have finished it last night, but I got tired and went to bed. Anyway, so.
What was Britney? She was...
And Britney, I think, hit in around 1999.
Okay.
No. She must have hit earlier than that. 90... Maybe it was 98 even. I should know this, but I don't. I do know, though, that... This is interesting. So I actually attended Britney Spears' 18th birthday. I was living in New York City. She had it at some place called Halo in the West Village. And Justin Timberlake was there. It was a pretty amazing thing, but she was really still fresh and new. And I had a friend of mine, Alyssa Miller, who worked for Jive Records, was, on her PR team, was her publicist, basically. And so Alyssa, who was so much fun, and she was like a new friend, and she was like, oh my God. And so anyway, she was like, come to the party, and so I was like, and so I have a picture from, I have this picture that you can see. If you go to my Instagram, I'm presenting Brian, you can see it's there. I don't know if anyway, I'll put it in the video. I'll just crop it in. There's gonna be some editing. Don't worry, I'll stuff it in between a couple of these takes.
I really like your new set.
It's amazing, right? I just need something that says the Bro Pit on top of me.
Yeah, you're right.
Which I'm having made by Monday, so any video I make after February 8th should show the Bro Pit.
I mean, it looks pretty cool from this angle. I mean, look how fun that is.
I look amazing. Anyway. Carlos, who's one therapist bro, who has yet to make a video, he was there with me, as was Book Bro, which is how I met Alyssa Miller through Savas Abatsides. He is currently going to be, he is our Book Bro, and at the time, he was a Book Bro. That's why I'm calling him Book Bro within the Bro Pit. But he's introduced me to a lot of my favorite books, like The Secret History. Anyway, it's not. I digress. 1999. I'm a huge Madonna fan, right? I had read at one point, too, that Britney had said something about "And Like a Prayer," which is my favorite song of all time. I believe it's the best song ever made of all time. She had said something about singing that. She used to sing it in her bedroom into her hairbrush or something. Jesus Christ, I hope this doesn't fall in my head.
Is it insured?
Stay put, Bosco Bell. So, anyway, I read that. So, I'm at Britney's 18th birthday. I mean, like I said, Justin Timberlake's there. He was in NSYNC. This is 1999. I'm almost 25, right? I'm 24. I think that I'm hot shit. I'm like, who is this little dolly, this teenager that I know she's big now, but I never thought she would like turn into Britney Spears, right? However, of course I was like enamored. I thought she was so lovely and she looked great. She was sweet. And I remember going up to her a couple times and she was like, oh, and thank you. And, super duper sweet. And in fact, I actually got her and Justin. I was in a hands on each other's shoulders, dancing in a circle, and we were listening to Whitney Houston, the remix of My Love Is Your Love. Your love is my love, and my love is you and taking a turn around. Anyway, it was the really good remix, the really long one, the one that has that long build-up. Anyway, it was incredible. I didn't realize until afterwards how lucky I was, how many people. I knew from being such a huge Madonna fan that I could understand how lucky I was for those who became these massive Britney fans, right? So I was like, wow, I got to do that. I mean, I just posted on Instagram a couple of years ago. Obviously I've had the picture for ages, but I was like, and people liked it. Got a decent amount of likes. I was surprised. I wasn't surprised, but it's funny, I don't even know I'm talking about that. It was just funny that I didn't know people thought I'd superimpose myself because I'm literally I remember I was really sweaty. We were dancing and it was in a basement club and it was I just remember being sweaty, and like then the picture's taken, and Alyssa gives me the picture, and I remember she gave it to my mom. And I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. My mom thought it was like the coolest thing in the world too, of course. And again, I think I was, it was weird. I was at an age where I didn't, at the time, I was like, yeah, Britney Spears, Justin Timberlake, they were younger than me. I felt like, I thought I was hot shit. I was absolutely nobody, but I was running around New York City like I was. I think it was Lucky that really converted me. I think Oops, I Did It Again, I even liked more than Baby One More Time. And so anyway, I then really sort of embraced her. No, I was never a crazy fan. I don't even like the song Toxic, but which is crazy. I know everybody's like, that's
what?
The one time. Somebody was like, that's the only Grammy she's ever got. And I was like, I don't care. Like, I don't know why, but I don't like it's just so spastic to me. But again,
well, I think it
she's
wasn't
great,
that
and
good.
she manages to make a killer album, even when she's not at the top of her game. You have that one album with I wanna go, oh. And I actually am one of the few people that thinks give me more. I am obsessed with that MTV performance of hers. I think that she reminds me. In fact, Dua Lipa reminds me of Britney dancing in that when Dua Lipa's dancing in her videos. It's this kind of like, I can't be asked. I don't really give a shit. She's like, she's just doing that like, and then she's like, and then when she has to back up, it's like, she's like a mannequin, like, okay, guys, catch me now. I think it's time for me to fall. It's time to do this. I actually thought her body looked fantastic. I thought she looked sexy. I mean, her tracks looked like they were coming out or something from the back. I can't believe somebody.
See, her body wasn't that great compared to what we're used to.
I know, but I think for me, like, I think women are sexier when they've got a little meat, when they're like, I like that. I don't like anorexia or anything that looks too skinny and looks like you don't have any muscle tone or you're just kind of. Anyway, so what am I trying to say? When I watched Framing Britney, I did get, at first I was like, this is kind of boring. She's not a part of this. Like, is this really that interesting? But the more I watched it, the more I realized that this whole conservatorship is pretty insane. I know people don't, some people I think on the documentary or on the expose, I guess you call it, were like, I don't even know what a conservatorship is, and I'm like, but you should have Googled it. It takes you about 2 seconds to Google things. I don't know, get these people that don't Google things they don't know. It's like Bethany said about somebody else saying, if you don't know, you better ask somebody. And I watched it and I thought, this is interesting to me because if she is in this facility against her will, it's good that people are bringing attention to it. If she feels like her dad is controlling her money and stuff out of self-interest, then obviously that's something too that I think attention needs to be brought. So I think it's gotten its job done. I think the Free Britney movement, whether it's rooted in just being a conspiracy theory like the dad claims, or there really is something to it. I was not aware of what had gone down when she announced her domination tour in Las Vegas. She just stood there. She comes up out of the platform, lifts her up from out of the ground onto the stage. Everyone goes wild. Paparazzi are there. The press, fans, everyone's waiting for words from her. She just stands there and then is like, okay, I think I've done my job. I'm out of here. At least that's what it looks like. And this, that was one of the highlights of this as well, where you're seeing sort of how she was so disconnected from it. And then I think they said 11 weeks later, she announces that she's out, that her dad's fallen ill and she needs to be home with him, and she's canceled nomination and apologized to her fans. So, clearly at that point, she wasn't with it. I know I was talking to my brother who was telling me about a colleague of his who's he's like, oh, you know how we are with Madonna? This is how she is with Britney. And said, she went to see Britney in Las Vegas and was like, it was awful. She was so not with it. She wasn't, not with it, she was out of her mind crazy. She wasn't with it, she wasn't with the project. She wasn't with the tour. She wasn't, she seemed like she was checked out, kind of just going through the motions, wasn't putting her all in. And we know when Britney puts her all in, she's one of the best dancers ever. She gives it. She's got that pop, that energy where it's she just she's electrifying. So, although I found the Gimme More performance amazing. It's just it's like a cult. It's amazing in the, I guess, vein of a cult classic being amazing. You know, it's like so bad it's good, but it's so interesting to me because it's just something like maybe she's walking through it, and like I said, that's how I feel like Dua Lipa is in her music videos. She's like, like she's so boring, happy with it, but it works. You know, it kind of is like this eye roll while you're dancing, which I think kind of makes you kind of, it's like something fun and cool about it. It's different, but listen, as somebody who loves to dance, I think you always give it your all. You should be, you know, you should be trying to electrify if you can.
I'm actually looking at her Instagram right now.
Yeah, I guess that was the whole thing. You know, they're like, Britney's been gone, you know, I guess after stepping down, and then she's been gone since, how long has she been gone from Instagram?
Since January 2020. Middle of January.
Middle of January, so a year ago?
I'm looking right now to see what the last, well, now she's back. One day ago.
When was she, before that, what was her last post?
See, it's looking like she's posting every day.
No, but when was it before that? Because it was definitely not a year, because I know that people were talking about her posts.
So she's been back for a while.
I think she was only gone for a couple months.
Yeah, 2 months.
You just made up January.
I just made. Well, no, they started talking. She disappeared in January.
Yeah, as you went the last time she posted it, you said it was January 20.
She posted a day ago.
She's fine. This is a total waste of everyone's time. I don't know, but it ain't that picture and all that. But somebody needs to see it in 3 different filters. Jack.
She's scary.
Bless her little heart. She's sweet though. All this to say, Framing Britney was interesting enough. I think the fact that she's back on, I think that at the end of the day, it brought attention to the fact that if Britney wants to be out of conservatorship, which at the end they did say that she had appealed to the courts to get out and that she wanted to have a bank be the conservator and not Jamie Spears, James Spears, her dad. But I think the dad has actually stepped down, but he is still as the main conservator, but he's still in charge of her finances. So he's obsessed with her money. Who is it?
I mean, this is just like, this is all I see. In front of that really sad foyer living room.
Whose hideous floor is that?
That's what I'm saying. That's her house. Poor girl probably had no say in what floors she could even have. Her dad had to control.
I'm sorry, baby. I know you fall down.
Now here, we zoomed out. Let's see you do that little jive.
You know what I'm talking about? That like, take that. It's like this. I don't know. I can't do it right now. There's no music on. Give me a break. Anyway, this is the Real Day Trader of Beverly Hills. Not talking about stocks. Talking about Britney Spears. Saying goodbye and good luck. Till next time.